Hey everyone, greetings. Welcome to another Faith Checkup. I'm Minister Tim, and you know what time it is. It's time to check on that faith. Man, we have had a wonderful, blessed week. Despite what's going on, despite what has happened to you, whether positive or negative, God still gets all the glory and the honor and the praise because He's worthy of it. And He is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Listen, today we're going to talk about a character in the Bible, in the Old Testament, that oftentimes he doesn't really get talked about much, but in the book of Hebrews, actually, he is one of our heroes of faith. And so I want to bring your attention to Genesis chapter 5, around verses 21 through verse 24, and we're introduced to a man by the name of Enoch. Enoch was unique, and if we need to take it back just a little further, the whole chapter of Genesis 5 basically deals with the family line from Adam all the way to Noah. But in the midst of that family line, there is a character that stands out, and there's a reason for that. See, Enoch, when he was 65 years old, the Bible lets us know that he had a son named Methuselah. And after he had Methuselah, the Bible lets us know in verse 22, after he became the father of Methuselah, Enoch walked faithfully with God 300 years and had other sons and daughters. See, if we continue reading through chapter 5, you'll see how Enoch stands out because the Bible specifically lets us know that Enoch walked faithfully with God. Keep this in mind. Something happened in his life where he realized, I needed God. I needed to serve God. I needed to live for God. I needed God in my life. I needed God to be a part of it. And I couldn't live any longer without God being a part of my life. And so the Bible lets us know that he was faithful. How many of us can say that our lives are faithful unto God? I know we like to say that we love God, we serve God, we live for God, but how much of our lifestyle actually matches up with what comes out of our mouth? Because a lot of times we can say a whole lot, but do our actions, do our lifestyles back it up? Now, the rest of the scriptures that follow in our reading here, verse 23 and 24, although Enoch lived a total of 365 years, Enoch walked faithfully with God. Then he was no more, because God took him away. I mean, he was gone. He was vanished. People were looking for him. They couldn't find him. They didn't know where he went. Enoch was gone. How do we know this? Well, because if you go to Hebrews 11, chapter 5, where we are dealing with the heroes of faith, it tells us that by faith, Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. He could not be found because God had taken him away. For before he was taken, he was commended as one who pleased God. Can you say that in all that you do, does your life please God? Because if so, there are so many benefits. There are so many benefits. I'm not sitting here to tell you that, oh, if you just keep pleasing God, God's just going to take you away. The truth of the matter is, you don't know what God's going to do. So my question to you today is, how long can you walk with God? We clearly see that it doesn't matter what age you are. When you make that decision to walk with God, to serve Him, to please Him, God's going to honor it. And I think if anything, that's the biggest lesson that I took from this passage, is that God appreciates the humble in heart, the one who says, God, I need you. The one who says, Lord, I can't live without you. The one who says, God, I have to have you in my life, and I can't go another day without you. Take inventory into your life to make sure that with all the success that you have going for you, with everything that you're doing, you're probably living your best life in your mind. You're probably saying to yourself, you're living your best life, you're doing the things you dreamed of doing. Granted, we're still dealing with this pandemic, but at the end of the day, before it even happened, you were saying, oh man, I was doing this, I was doing that. But think about this. Is what you're doing pleasing God, or is it just pleasing yourself? I'm Minister Timothy. I hope this blessed you. Come back for next time. Until then, y'all know what to do. Unless I, for some reason, just vanish away, stay safe and keep the faith.